Number 1. Guns are older than you think. The first true guns appeared in China in the 9th century, shortly after gunpowder was invented. Talk about a game changer. By the 14th century, a hand cannon was all the rage in Europe. Imagine showing up to a sword fight with this bad boy. And yes, pirates did have guns, but their pirates' code was way less cool and way more "don't point that at me." Early guns were loud, unreliable, and had a reload time that could make you miss your own birthday. Not so epic, huh? But the next time you think of history, remember, it's full of more boom than you ever imagined. Number 2, gunpowder was meant for medicine. That's right. Back in 9th century China, alchemists were just trying to make a potion for immortality. But oops, they mixed up their ingredients and got a little more than they bargained for. Believe it or not, it was first used to treat skin diseases and even as a fumigant to detox rooms. But let's be real, it didn't take long for people to realize its other potential. The rest is history. So the next time you're at the pharmacy, maybe double check your pills. Think you're having a bad day? Let's talk about a time when bad day got a whole new meaning. Number 3. The first machine gun changed warfare forever. Beat the Maxim gun. Before this beast, warfare was a slow, slogging affair. This thing, it was like bringing a future tech laser to a sword fight. It was the first fully automatic machine gun firing up to 600 rounds a minute. That's 10 bullets every single second. Suddenly, charging across an open field wasn't brave. It was suicide. Entire armies could be wiped out in minutes. Military strategy had to change forever. But the next time you're frustrated with a slow internet connection, be glad you're not dealing with this level of a game changer.
You think you know guns? Here's the fact that'll make you do a double take. Never phone. Some guns fire out the water. Now, their average pistol, stick that in the drink and the bullet turns into a sad, expensive paperweight. Water's 20 guns than air, so it stops it cold. But these aren't average. They're specially designed with super long barrels. I'd used high-pressure baths to push the water out of the way before the projectile leaves. Kith left them fire beef. Essentially underwater arrows. You're not winning any undefter's races if they work. Oh yeah, while James Bond might have to get creative, really like underwater guns are appealing. Pretty wild, right?
You think you know guns? Here's a shocker. Number 5. Some guns use electricity. Pops on this accursed powder. Why? It takes an age justify one shot. For centuries, guns have relied on the explosive power of gunpowder to launch a projectile.
But what if I told you we've moved the land explosion? Welcome to the era of electromagnetic acceleration.
Bale guns use powerful magnetic fields to hurl projectiles at hypersonic speeds, with no gunpowder required. These experimental weapons can hit targets hundreds of miles away. Now that's a real power trip. Okay, forget those. Here's a real one you might not know. Number 6. Gun barrels have grooves for accuracy. These spiral grooves called rifling aren't just for show. They have a very important job. As the bullet fires, the rifling grips it and makes it spin fast, like really fast. This spin stabilizes the bullet in flight, just like the spiral of a football. It keeps it pointing the right way for a straighter, more accurate shot, and that's why your shots hit the target. Pretty cool, right? Follow for more. Number 7. Suppressors only guns silent. Despite what movies show, they only reduce noise. The gunshot is still as loud as a jackhammer. So no, James Bond wouldn't be so stealthy in real life. More like, oh no, I've gone deaf. And more like noise reducer. Cool, right? Photo from all gun facts that Bollywood got wrong. Number 8. There are 3D printed guns. That's right, your neighbor's printer isn't just making another fanny pack for their cat. Advances in technology have allowed individuals to create functional firearm components and even entire guns using 3D printers. Crazy, right? It's like if your toaster could suddenly make, well, something way more dangerous than toast. By downloading a blueprint and hitting print, you're basically making a firearm from the comfort of your home office. Pretty wild loophole in the matrix. If you learned something new, make sure to follow for more. You think your keychain is heavy? Number 9. The largest gun ever built was insane. Beat the Schwerer Gustav. This beast wasn't just big, it weighed over 1,300 tons. That's like Timble. Blue whale's having a baby with a skyscraper. And it didn't just roll off the lot. Oh no, this thing needed its own special railway just to move. Talk about a commute from hell. It fired shells the size of Volkswagen Beetles, packed with over 7,000 pounds of explosives. Just one shot could level a small town. The best part, it took a crew of 2,000 men just to set it up. 2,000 for one gun. Talk about overkill. Thankfully, this monster was a one-hit wonder. So the next time you complain about your carry-on luggage, just be glad it's not this. Number 10. The smallest guns can fit in a palm. Some tiny Derringer pistols are small enough to hide inside a hand. Yep, that's a real gun. Number 9. The bang flag gun. A classic prank from the early 1900s. The more things change, the more we fear a harmless prank, right? Number 8. Juggling with firearms was an actual circus act. In the 19th century, performers would juggle live revolvers. Talk about a high-stakes career. And number 7. The world record for fastest gun drawing is under 1 second. Because in the Old West and on the internet, speed is everything. Fascinating, right? A reminder that behind every fact is a deep history. And in America, that history is our right. Number 11. Early guns were called hand cannons. And get this. They were literally small cannons mounted on sticks. Seriously, no rifling, no sights, just you, a lit match, and a prayer that you hit something or don't blow yourself up. Thankfully, we've evolved. Now we have grips for everything to make sure you have a steady, comfortable hold, because nobody wants to go back to the point and hope method, am I right? Number 12. There are boast guns, but they're not spectral spirits. Sorry to disappoint. They're actually privately assembled firearms, made from parts you can buy online, with like a really intense IKEA project, but way less confusing than those instructions. Here's the kicker. Depending on the laws where you are, these guns might not have serial numbers. Hence the ghost party. Or they're more of a legal phantom than a poltergeist. Just remember, always check your local laws before building anything. Safety first, ghosts second. In space, no one can hear you scream, but can they hear you shoot? Number 13. Guns work in space. You might think a gun would be useless beyond Earth, right? No air, no explosion. It's wrong. Gunpowder is self-contained. It has its own oxidizer, so it doesn't need any from the air. It provides its own oxygen. So, yes, a gun will fire in space. In fact, the bullet would fly even faster because there's no air resistance to slow it down. The next time you're in the space western, you can be confident your 6-shooter will work. Yeehaw, cowboy. You know what's annoying? When your laptop overheats after just a little use. But did you know your gun can do the same thing? And it's way more dramatic. Number 14. Guns can overheat. Continuous rapid firing can make barrels extremely hot, sometimes glowing red. This intense friction from thousands of bullets can push temperatures over 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit. This not only damages the gun, but can make your shots wildly inaccurate. It's a real safety net. So maybe don't try this at home. Stick to letting your laptop pull on the couch. You think your ex changed your life? Number 15. Gun-shaped history. Before guns, power was all about who had the fanciest metal suit or the biggest sword. It was like a medieval fashion show, but with more stabbing. And then guns said, "Hold my beer." Suddenly, a peasant with a pipe and some gunpowder could take down a noble on a fancy horse. Talk about a power move. This little invention didn't just change battles, it changed the whole world map. Hello, colonialism. Thanks, guns. So the next time you see a history documentary, just remember, it's all just a footnote in the epic story of who has the biggest stick, and the stick